Flags out. P10.
Slightly
That's the
strangling
end of the
myself
session.
with the straw today. Hello, everybody, and it is Spa Francorchamps with my little thumb nubbies, and not nubbies. They're I guess it's a thumb condom, basically. We are going to be racing for 90 minutes here around Spa Francorchamps. Let me just double check my fuel. It is good. Awesome. That's good. Let's get doing this. I think I'm thinking starting from 10th or 9th. I forget which now. Behind Bellew, ahead of Barker, ahead of Fight. Barker, Fight, Kazchuk, maybe Vic Vega will be my rivals this race, I think. If I'm really lucky, maybe I can get up with Martin and Arjun. They both seemed kind of inconsistent.
90 minutes.
I am having a slight throttle problem.
Okay, Michael, here we go. Go, go, go.
And that is going to be a drive-through.
Had a drive-through for a false start.
On your right.
I am not comfortable
right.
with how the
Car right.
how this game
Yellow flag,
handles
stay sharp.
the standing
Still
start
there. Clear right.
jump starts. Not that
3
they're
laps to serve this
air
penalty.
quotes wrong, just that the car seems to
flag, all
always
clear.
rock. And you saw there, I got off the clutch and went to the brake to try to stop it. So that's going to be unfortunate. But it's a long race.
Start's okay. Let's get stuck in.
Long enough.
Right side. Clear
Let's
right.
not kill John
Yellow flag.
Barker,
On your
who
right.
almost
Clear
did
right.
not compete
On your right.
due to a game
Clear right.
glitch. Am I at the back?
Green flag, you're clear.
Pretty close. Ricardo Costa is the only one behind me now.
Car right.
And he's going to overtake me now.
Clear right.
So lap 1, disaster. Jumped the start. Got Lake Home wrong on the brakes. And now I've got super cold tires. And I'll I mean, the drive-through would be, this lap is the play, right? Because I don't want to have to fight through the grid twice. You can see I'm already catching up to Ricardo Costa. It's already slowing me down. I'm having to ever so slightly
Yellow flag.
change my approach to corners. Is James Butler.
Incident clear. Green flag.
GT2
Right side.
off
Clear
the track.
right.
Really didn't actually want to overtake Costa there, but
Sector
Had to
2
do
is
that.
clear. Butler has just retired.
Butler has retired. Butler apparently got taken out under yellows.
Sector 3 is yellow.
I don't know who hit him.
I think P4's gone off.
Did I hit him? I don't think I did.
Yellow
I
flag.
did get a
Stay
little
sharp.
bit closer to than was probably safe. Of course, this is not the pit entrance up here because this is the
Green flag. Sector 3.
classic layout. Huge chunk of people there. I don't want to get stuck into that. So, in a weird way, kind of a decent time to take a drive-through. There's the
It
classic
looks like
entrance.
Alexandra has gone off.
Not
On your left.
just me
White
going
flag.
in.
Clear left.
Arjun Lakshmi doing the drive-through as well as somebody else in front of him, Bertrand Barrier.
Pit exit is clear.
release the
Push
pit
now.
limiter,
Sector
and
1 is
off
clear.
we go. Alright. Well, I'm not going to be able to mess with Barrier. He's in a class above
Yellow
me.
flag in Sector 1.
I'm not too far behind Costa, actually.
flag,
I'm
sector
surprised
1.
I'm only like 13 seconds behind him. It's maybe I'm just so used to the other pit pit entrance at Spa that I'm thinking the drive-through's longer than it is. Although I am still surprised to be under 20 seconds back, because usually a drive-through is around 30-ish. Or at least, 20, 25. But maybe not the case here. Arjun's probably a little bit out of my pay grade. He's a very competent driver. Sometimes has like some weird mistake proneness that creeps in, but we'll see. And Vic Vega is in front of Costa, and then it's Rick Martel. So my goal would be to overtake them at least before the pit stop phase. I need to stop shifting to third gear there. I don't. That corner being in fourth just will not sink into my brain as I get very wide there. Pick up my second incident point.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Did Martin get a drive-through and not like immediately serve it?
Green flag sector 3.
That seems like a mistake. Me, Bertrand, and Arjun immediately went in. Cole McRae slipping to the back of the non-drive-through pack. What happened to him? This is another corner that I might go into second gear periodically, because I was using second gear through it for a long time. But it looks like third is the better option. Alfonso Alexandre in the pits, but he is a GT2.
That's last.
So that does not help me out.
Okay, Michael, we've just cut the track.
Thanks for that news. I totally did not know that I cut the track already. Did I cut it again? Is it saying that I cut it again? That's gonna be interesting if that's the case. I don't think I did, because normally it would change the delta to the car ahead if that were the case. And debating 2 tires versus 4 tires here today. I think 4 tires is the way to go, but the wear numbers in practice were quite low.
The gap in front has increased to 5.8 seconds.
A set of tires theoretically could definitely do the race, because they're projected for something like 45 laps, and we're going to be getting less than 40 here today, so we'll see. 2 tire stop is on the table. See what other people are doing and try to plan accordingly. I know John Barker was talking about only taking 2, but it seems like a lot of people are going with the 3 option, like myself, or the 4 option, like myself. But we'll find out. Don't violate the track limits this time. A good lap around here probably be a 2:34 for me. I qualified on a 2:33, but of course we're heavier on fuel now. And 2:33 was pretty good for me. I did a 32 on the leaderboard, but that is of course perfect tire conditions, and you can see that is not what we have. Rocco up in a second place, really? So the top of the GT4 field has changed in a big way. Because Rocco was not in that group. Martin Edmonds in for his drive-through, presumably. 33.3.
That lap was at 2:35.24. That's your best lap in this session.
Arjun, that's not good. Need to go faster. Oh, it looks like Martin's got damage. Okay. Not just a drive-through, because he's in there a while. He had a stationary time of 26.3. It's not,
Sector 2 is yellow.
it's not a major amount of damage, but that is a fair chunk. And that, of course, can't be a planned stop because we do have a pit window.
Green flag, Sector 2.
Catching Vega, but losing Arjun Lakshmi.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 8.0 seconds.
Sounds like we'll have a lap 1 investigation, unlike last round, which came back with a clean bill of health. The biggest faux pas, as it were, honestly, was Cole McRae taking a, we'll call it liberal approach to track limits. He cut the Hungaro chicane to overtake someone on lap 1, and that is frowned upon. We kind of left it. And there was some questionable yellow flag behavior, and it looks like that might have happened again. So, on the stewarding video with Silento Jack, I may have
Yellow flag, Sector 1.
some words on the matter. A yellow flag out in Sector 1. That's coming
Green
up
flag,
here,
Sector 1.
because Sector 1 is basically Eau Rouge. That's Belgium.
Car right. Clear right.
Kind
Green
of just
flag.
parking himself on the exit of La Source there. That was
Sector 1 is yellow.
not
P15.
terribly
Folio behind is pitting now.
smart. I kind of get what he was doing, you know, stay stationary,
Sector 1 is clear.
hold your position sort of deal, but I think he might have been better off going to the pits like really early there. Because I think you
Yellow
can get away
flag
with
in
that out
Sector
of
2.
La Source. Just because you are going to have
The gap
people
in front is now
taking a
6.1.
wide line.
Green flag, Sector 2.
Cost me a couple tenths avoiding him. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up, if we're being honest. I could have had a 34 there. Still catching Vic Vega. Gap is down to 6 and change. Arjun's gotten past him.
Yellow flag, Sector 2.
Arjun's
Sector
next
2
to be
is clear.
Cole McRae. Jamie Fordham. I think that's Jamie Fordham leaving. I'm not gonna lie, that's not necessarily a bad thing for us GT4 drivers. He tends to be a little aggressive under blue flags. When I say a little, I mean a lot. But never nice to see someone DNF. We've already lost 2 GT2s already. And there's not many of them. There was only like 13 to start with. Ooh, lost the back end there.
We've just cut the track. Yellow flag.
Is it a...
You're clear. Incident clear.
Yeah, these tires are going to feel pretty shit. That's the first time that's really happened. I am running a semi-loose back end to get some heat in the tires, but and obviously to give me speed down to Lake Home, because that was a bit of a concern I had. But that is the first time a car really gave me a donkey kick. Not sure what happened there. Bit of a weird spot for it. Well, that puts me way behind Vega. Technically now has me closer to Martinho in behind me. So let's get the head down. Vega ran a 2:39. That's notably bad.
Edmonds is getting closer. The gap is now 12 seconds.
Well, of course, I had a tank slapper. Of course he's close. Like that last lap was a 2:43. He did 34 flat, so he is going much quicker than me. Probably about a second a lap. So give it 10 laps or so, and Martin will be up on my anus. That lap was more than a second faster than my fastest, but my fastest would have been in the 34s if I didn't have to avoid Belgium. I'm gonna be slightly heartbroken if I was the one that took Butler out there at the side of the road. Because I feel like that would be the yellow flag thoughts he had, as opposed to being taken out like in a air quote racing maneuver. We'll see. We'll see. I felt nothing, but what you feel and what is true are not necessarily the same thing in sim racing, unfortunately. Yeah, a little wide there.
Stay between the lines, please, Michael.
Stavlo. Stavlo's been my problem, actually. We've had 2 track cuts through there and 1 tank slapper. So, kind of an odd corner to have as your nemesis. Blanchiment is going to be a nemesis as well as the water bottle I had on my desk falls down, or on my rig falls down again. Means I'll have to clean that up. Let me try and reach it. There we go. That's the second time it's fallen down today. I need to start putting caps back on the water bottle. Waste of perfectly good Fruit 20 water. 2:36 for Vic Vega. And my lap time is a 2:36 as well. So much for the idea that the track cut improved my lap time. It definitely didn't. 34.5 for Martin. So second half taken out. Let's have Alfonso. No, we don't. Alfonso's way back. He's actually behind me in his GT2. So there's only 9 GT2s left. So it started with 11. I thought we started with 13 for some reason. I was mistaken. You know what it is I thought the Otter Hub.
It's closing in. The gap is now 10
Yeah,
seconds.
I'm not worried about it. He's not who I'm racing. I want to catch Vega. Kind of resigned to the fact that Martin is faster than me. Now, whether he can overtake me or not, that's a little more questionable. He's not had a historically easy time getting around me. So, not a very good second sector. 14.1. Ooh, that's a pretty bad one. Should be in the 13s through there.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Well, Oh, that could be Vega.
Yellow
I'm
flag,
catching
stay
him very
sharp.
rapidly.
Green flag, you're clear.
It was him. He's right at the ship. Still did a 35.8 somehow.
You're 2/10
I
off
am
the
a
pace.
little
in Sector
puzzled
1.
by
Sector
that.
2 is 2.3 off
That
the pace.
can't be
Sector
right.
3 is 0.9 off the pace. Yellow flag, Sector 1.
Oh, come on.
Keep it within the track limits. Green flag,
That should
Sector
not
1.
have been
You'll
a
need to
track
slow
limit
down if you
use
don't want
penalty. That was
penalty.
just a little bit off at Eau Rouge. Come on. Catching Cole McRae. He was 21 seconds up the road, now only 18.
The gap ahead is now 6.2.
Break a little early for Lacombe to serve the stop or the slowdown. Chandre is like 10 seconds faster, so before long, actually, he will be up here in a problem. Need to work on my starts in this game. That is what I'm getting out of this whole thing. Window opens in 3 minutes. That's something I'm going to be using until a considerable amount later, because I don't have any damage, and I do want to know how these tires are going to handle towards the end. Is there a 2-tire option? Is it really a 4-tire must? We'll find out. And a little bit more information on how much fuel I need. I feel like that 19's a little bit low. By my calculation, should be more like 25. I have it set for 30 at the moment. But
Pit window opens in 2 minutes.
I think it's because the pace has been notably slower. Less than 10 seconds now to Martin. Again, not really worried about the gap to Martin. It's gonna come down. There's not really anything to do with it. Vic Vega did a 42. Must have wiped out at Eau Rouge, maybe, I don't know. 37.7 or 35.7. Pace has been really slow, actually. I really didn't think 34s would be that hard to come by, but they are. Cole McRae has gotten past Rick Martel as well as Dave Fight. Ricardo Costa's up at the top 10, so that tells you the he was the slowest in queue.
The pit
and
window
practice,
opens in 1 minute.
The fact that he's up at the top 10 does tell you how things have kind of gone here. There has been more than a handful of mistakes.
The gap in front is now 5.5.
Closing on Vega.
Sector 3 is clear.
Vic and I had a interesting stealth battle. Glenn McKee out. That's another GT2 though. So, jeez, it's only
All right,
8 of them
Michael,
running.
Pit window open.
If you want a guaranteed top 10, come out and join our GT2 field. That car has been murdering people. Bad second sector. Vega pulled away. By quite a bit, actually. Makes me wonder if he maybe did a check cut.
Blue flag.
So the fact that I'm closing back in on him kind of rapidly suggests that maybe he did
Being caught
have
by
to
the faster
do
class cars.
slow down penalty. We get the leader coming through, Anderson. I don't know him.
On your right. Clear right.
Spot. And I got room to tuck in behind him on the run down to Eau Rouge. Luciano Chaz will be next up. Vega to 34.5.
Your lap time was at 2:35.65.
Second faster than Vega, but still it still feels slow.
The stewards
I'm
have
gonna
warned
have
us
to
for
give that
cutting the
back.
track. Keep it between the white lines. We need to slow down, give back some time.
Surprised it gave me. See, I cut it more there, and somehow got less time. I'm kind of confused.
Blue flag. There's a faster class car approaching.
Chazzo and Roman Barthez after him, although there is a gap to work with. He's gonna go for it.
On your right.
Okay, give him room.
Clear right.
And tuck in on his rear bumper.
The gap in front is now 5.3.
I think if I were him, I probably would have waited one more corner, I think. But, not bad. Use no name as opposed to Ravage. Yeah, as you can see, quite a bit of room. Back to Barthez. Who will be next on my docket? They're like 10 seconds a lap faster. So I mean that gap I have of like 3 and change, that's gonna go away real quick. Plan is more or less to run to the end of the pit window.
There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you.
Briefly caught at a ugly spot there. This will work pretty well. There he goes.
Blue flag.
Right side. Clear right.
Ooh.
Car right.
They brake kind of early for
Hold your line.
the source
Clear
there.
right.
Kind of like the Hungaroring turn 1 actually, where we were getting caught,
Left side.
and by we
Clear
I mean
left.
the GT4s were getting caught and overtaken, but then in the actual corner itself,
We've had a cut warning.
there were.
Keep it tidy, please, Michael.
Yeah, it's Eau Rouge. It gets cut. Relax. But like in the corner itself, we were making ground back up because we actually brake a fair bit later.
The gap ahead is now 5.0.
It's good to know that the source is, well, not good to know in the sense that it's kind of annoying, but it's good to figure that out early, that I'll have to adjust my braking for less source if I'm near a GT2. And blue flags are out. So Vic Vega has been shuffled back. He's now actually the car ahead of me. Next one through will be my rival from last season, Rene Ermer. If Rene watches this, Rene, get your ass back in the GT4s, boy. You and I have unfinished business.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag.
Yeah, that's a very quick yellow.
Okay, Michael. There's a faster class car approaching.
That'd be Ermer. Now have 6 and change back to Martin.
Blue flag.
I predicted by about lap 15 he'd be all over me. Is he going to go for it into the bus stop? He could have, because I actually ended up going really too deep there.
Clear right.
But it'll be easier to get it done here.
Car right.
So
Clear
that's
right.
not a bad thing. I think they're braking about the 100-meter.
Incident in Sector 3.
And
Sector 3 is yellow.
An
Sector 1
early
is
pit
yellow.
stop for Vega. I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Sector 2 is clear. P14. Yellow flag, green flag, you're clear. We've gone out of track
Rouge
limits.
again.
Keep it between the lines.
Eau Rouge, Eau Rouge. At least I'm not violating track limits at Stavlo anymore. That was just weird early on.
Yellow flag, stay sharp. The gap in front is now 7.3
Alfonso
seconds.
Alexandre.
There's a faster car approaching. You're clear.
Looks like
Incident
he
clear.
cut
Alexandra
the-
is now retired.
Looks like he cut the curb hard there in Lake Home, and he's out. Another exit for the.
Gap to Edmonds behind is
Looks
now
like-
4.8 seconds.
I'm not sure what to make of that 37-second pit stop for Vega. Like, that does suggest that he took
Blue
4
flag.
tires. But he also pitted early enough that he may have just had some damage that he was fixing as well. As I have a car coming up behind me. It is Mauricio Delgado. Mauricio! Sadly, this is a bit of an awkward spot to let him through. But we can probably get it done here.
Right side. Clear right.
I kind of defended against him there.
Car right.
Could open at Stavlo for
Hold your
him.
line. Still there.
Pick up another
Clear right.
Stavlo track
Okay,
cut.
Michael, we've gone out of track
I gotta have
limits.
the
Keep it
most
between the
there,
lines.
right? Like Eau Rouge. Like I got a lot at Eau Rouge too. We're catching up to Cole McRae very quickly. He might have some problems.
Track limits, watch those
Messing up
lines.
another track limit warning there. Ugh.
Yellow flag. Looks like P5 spinned it.
Car left. Clear left.
Let's Rene Ermer off.
Green flag. Green flag sector 3.
Martin's on my backside now. 36.5 for Cole. Mine is not actually worse, despite the gap closing. I'm not sure I trust these lap times. I'm really not sure I trust at least the lap times it's giving me for some other people. We had that one with Vega earlier, and now the gap closes to Cole, and it's like, yeah, no, he totally did a faster lap than you. I don't think so.
Faster car behind.
Ermer. Martin lost a fair bit of time clearing that blue flag with Ermer, it looks like. It's weird to think that for a change, we're racing
Okay, Michael,
Spa
the next car is Martel.
without the super long pit lane that we get in ACC, so
Blue flag.
Cole's gotten past Rick. I feel like Rick was kind of the source of how I was catching people, unfortunately. Not here, Mr. Ermer. But if you want to go for it at Stablo,
On your right.
I will
Clear right.
leave either room. Cost me some time, though. Would it cost me more time to let him through at turn 13 though? Because I would have had to compromise my line into 13 and my braking point into 13, and that would have also compromised me into Stavlo. So impaired turns like that, you kind of want to use the second one to clear the blue. Because you're compromising, in this case, compromising Stavlo either way. Too deep into bus stop is another shitty lap. 36 again. So it's Rick and Cole are really the only two ahead of me to worry about, and Martin from behind.
Yellow flag.
Oh, come on.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Michael. Incident clear.
It's
Green
Eau
flag.
Rouge. You can fuck off,
Reeling
Chief.
Martel in. The gap is now 1.6 seconds.
Rick moving very
right.
slowly.
Clear
Looks
right.
like you got Eau Rouge very wrong. Trying to work out in my head who's kind of ahead of me that I was expecting to be fighting with, and I know one is John Barker. Looks like Cole went off there, judging by the smoke, but also the gap closing. One was Dave Fight, and maybe Kaschuk are the three that I qualified. Maybe.
Edmonds is getting closer. The gap's come down to 1.5 seconds.
Oh, there's Ricardo Costa up there too. I'm thinking, yeah, he's up at 10th still.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Tobias TH in the pit lane.
Sector 3 is clear.
Somebody's cussing on Discord. 236.
Sector 1 is clear.
From Cole.
Okay, Michael, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. P12.
35.7 for me. Let's not violate track limits. There we go. Rick also in the pit lane. And Bellew in the pit lane. Picked up a spot on someone else, I think. Nope. I think just one. I'm up to 12.
You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 5.8 seconds.
Costa is really doing a very good job. I kind of give him some shit because we've had some, we'll call them encounters in the past. Will be with me probably this lap, and Tobias is not too far back either. Probably in the next 10 he'll be knocking on my door. Possibly with some fresher tires, although he did have a fairly long pit stop. Rick's is really long. Wow. Bellew's is huge too. Bilyeu's in there for over 2 minutes now. Wow. All right, so his race is pretty much done at this rate. There's Martin in the rear view.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
Second back. One of his better chances to
Okay,
attack
Michael,
me
hold your
will
nerve.
be
Just keep it
bus stop.
smooth. No mistakes.
I've said this. I feel like
Green
the
flag,
Audi
Sector 1.
has to lift a lot more through Blanchiment than the other cars do. And that means you're slow on the lead up to the bus stop. Oh, it looks like Martin made a mistake because he's dropped back behind me a little bit now. 2:35.4 for Cole. That's a better lap than what I'm gonna do. 5.8. Although again, I swear I've gotten closer to him this lap. Well, maybe not. It's just that I'm actually seeing him now on some of these long straights that makes it seem that way. And Bilyeu is up ahead. There's a lapped car who has had a pretty bad day. And it's just hanging on. I appreciate the stick-to-itiveness of him. I don't know what community he represents. I'm assuming Tugas. Just by nationality.
Edmonds is closing you down. The gap has come down to 0.43.
Not one of ours, and eSports Racing Argentina, I don't think has any Frenchmen, so process elimination. Tugas. Let's see Martin there in the mirror, and also
All right, Michael, you've used half your fuel.
on the radar. So you had a big change there in the amount of fuel I'll need, according to OtterHub.
Right side.
Gonna try and go side by
line.
side through Blanchiment.
Hold
He
your line.
is.
Clear right.
Come on, don't let him get away.
Both of us go wide.
We've been warned about track limits. The guy ahead is
overly
Edmonds.
Surprising. No incident there, but I felt a little cut off by Martin there. I mean, you're going around the outside of someone at Blanchiment, which, number one, kind of silly, but number two, you know, you got to take the wide line, and he really didn't. Nothing really came of it, and you know, I feel like he's not my rival, so probably not going to report it, but
P13.
a little a little outside the pale of good sport.
The gap to Edmonds ahead is now
Bias is
0.7.
up on our tail soon. Suck up the draft here. Into late Cole. Cole is pulled back out to over 7 seconds up ahead because of our battle. I'll need to get back to rolling him in. I really thought 34s would be the pace here, but apparently 35s really are. Through the turn 13 and Stavlo. Someday I'll look up the name of turn 13. I always forget which one's Stavlo, but I know now that the second one is Stavlo. I just kind of it's just that I treat them as one turn. I don't really bother to remember the name of the turn beforehand. It's kind of like, I mean, we know Eau Rouge Radion, obviously, because of how famous it is, but it's one of those things that, like, everyone just kind of refers to it as Eau Rouge, as just one turn complex. As I go way too deep.
Car right.
Might as well.
Yellow flag, sector 3. Yellow flag.
Still
Basically
there.
treat
Right.
Toby
flag,
as a
you're
blue
clear.
flag there. Got lucky not to damage the suspension, honestly. Tires are down to yellow on the front.
P14.
What other people are doing as far as the 4v2 tires. Some people
Okay, Michael, we're
at
halfway
Hungaroring
home. Should be
did
about 35 minutes of fuel remaining.
did back tires, which was quite surprising to me. Looks like Fight's doing all 4. So I think the answer is 4. Throw 25 liters in, I think. Might pit soon. We're over halfway.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 2.5 seconds.
But at the same time, I'm doing some of my best laps right now. I mean, not that last one because I fucked it up, but heading into bus stop, I actually I was on pace for a high 34.
Yellow flag.
That's Cole off. Well, that's a spot.
Green flag, all clear.
So where's Ricardo Costa in this whole thing? He's 30 seconds up the road. Wow. Credit to him. He's doing a fantastic job. And you can't hate on
retired
him.
from the race.
Fight's called it a day. That's a spot. That's disappointing. Fight. I see Fight as one of my main rivals, and you don't like picking up points that way. Let's not go super deep into bus stop this time. Got a little snap of oversteer there. Had a good second sector and a pretty okay first sector, I should say.
Edmonds ahead is pitting. Alright, Michael, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
Hostas.
B11. That last lap was a 235.66.
Is that Costa?
Good
No, it's
consistency.
Barthez. Oh,
Keep 'em
Lord. Not even close. Not even
limits.
close.
Right
And it
side.
didn't give me a track cut.
Clear right.
What the fuck? I'm trying to see. So Costa's going for 4 tires. Yeah, so I think 4 is going to have to be the answer. John Barker also in.
The gap in front has increased to 5.1.
Okay, we are starting to lose the tires here in a big way. So let's pull up here. Kind of fucked that up there.
Okay, pit stop requested.
Pit stop request. feel the tires start to give way in a couple of these turns now. Nothing huge, but we kind of saw it with Bus Stop and Eau Rouge last time around.
We should come out into position 13, just ahead of 14th.
That's Cole McRae. Yeah, I would hope we come in for Cole McRae, or I'd come out ahead of Cole. I'm quite a ways up on him right now. Really catching up to somebody. Tobias maybe having a moment there. Rocco in the pits. Cole out. Oh no. What's going on here, guys? Fight was a quit. Cole might be a hardware failure. We'll be a little safe there with the pit entry. This one's... It takes a little getting used to, I think. There we go. Refueling done. Tire change. Costa will come out ahead of me, unfortunately. Edmonds for sure. Looks like they said Vega was going to as well. That's a little disappointing.
We're done. Go, go. The lead car's pitting.
Oops. Screw that up. And then, of course, the awkwardness of having to go into second gear in this car in the pits is
All clear.
a little
Push
weird.
now.
This came out 13th. So, didn't lose a spot with my little forgetting to put the car in gear there. Just came out further behind Vega than I wanted. Yeah, Barker way out ahead. Costa 21 seconds. Maybe we can get him. Jesus Huerta yet to pit, is in the pits right now. Not sure if anyone else is still out there to pit. Might be someone. In the top 6 who's yet to pit, but I think even if that is the case, they will probably still come out ahead of me, I think, because I think they were ahead of me before the pits. We'll find out in the fullness of time. So I got 37 and change to catch Vic Vega. And maybe, just maybe, Ricardo Costa. I think, unfortunately, Barker is going to beat me today. I say unfortunately because he is another guy that I see as a rival, and a guy who I think we could have beaten today had I not gotten the drive-through, and if I had just been a little sharper driving in general. Just ahead of Martel and Bidieu effectively. They can do the 35-1. I'm, of course, not going to have really a point of comparison here.
The
Although
gap ahead is now 9.9 seconds. P13.
it didn't seem like it was a very good lap. I think I lost ground to Costa and to Vega. And I can't complain about the tires not being up to temp because they were there. Alright, let's get on the horsey though, and let's charge here. Little deep into Lake Home, but not too bad. We got like, what, 12 laps to go? So yeah, I have to make up more than a second in a lap on Costa. That's... It's not impossible. I want to say I out-qualified him by pretty close to a second. But, he seems to have found some pace here in the race. And I have not had pace, if we're being completely honest. Or at least I've been disappointed with the pace I've had. Here we go. PB in Sector 2. Gap is closing to Costa. And then stretching out again, so that's just vagrancies of track. At 20 plus seconds, it's impossible really to tell. You're kind of just looking at his lap times to see if I'm closing or not. Am closing a bit on Vega.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Costa did a 35.4. Edmonds is in the 33s. .1 for Vega.
Sector 1 is clear.
34s, but not by that much. Picked up maybe a half second on Vega and a little bit more on Costa. John Barker and Magic Kazchuk had a moment. Just kind of put them into my zone, but not really.
The gap in front is
but
now
if they do it
8.6
again,
seconds.
that is, of course, the thing you can't account for. Who's going to make a mistake? I'm in a good spot in that regard. I'm not near anyone, whereas Costa's got Edmonds coming up on him to put pressure on him. Vega's got me to worry about behind him. Kazchuk and Barker are spatting very close together. And it could all fall into an 8th place for me, but probably not. That would require a lot of good luck. And some bad driving by some guys who are, you know, known to be pretty good. Vega can be a bit erratic. I could see him maybe having a problem. But Kazchuk and Barker is metronomical, frankly. Cost has been pretty close to that today as well. Looks like gaining a couple of tenths again on Costa and Vega. Probably not gonna get Costa. Probably best case is the 12th place that Vega currently holds. Which is why it is a shame that we lost.
There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. These guys are
Dave
scrapping for
Fight
position.
and Cole McRae, because I think they would have been in this fight as well.
blue flag.
Or at least Cole would have been. Blue flag. We got Anderson and Chazo.
Right side. Clear right.
You've just done
That
a
is a
2:34.54
little horrifying.
blue flag. That's your
The,
fastest lap. Sector 2
The
is
pace
1.7
differential in
seconds
Eau
off
Rouge
the pace.
between these two cars. Which side is he going to pick?
Left side. Clear left.
Good job. By the way, did the fastest lap of the race, or PB for me. Edmonds got past Costa.
Okay, Michael, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 5.6.
See if this round of... Oh, Kazchuk had to pit. Okay, so that gets me a spot. Not how I wanted it. Must have been pretty damaged, to be honest. Didn't look like he was going that slow. Kind of wondering what's up with that now. Barker also losing ground, but still more than 30 seconds up ahead. There's Vic Vega dealing with the blue flags. A little deep. Into Fonnes? I actually don't know how to say the turn's name. I've always called it Franges for some reason, but I've been inserting a an R where it doesn't belong.
The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it
Kazchuk
between
was
the
in there
lines.
for 100 seconds, so that was definitely not a splash and dash. Seconds. Perfect run through bus stop. Alright, what's Costa's lap time? 34.7. So Costa's doing pretty good lap times. As long as he's in the
Yellow flag,
34s,
sector
I
one.
really have no real hope. 36.9. We were compromised by blue flags though, so our lap
Come
times
on, let's put this hard work to good use. E12.
super.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Yellow flag.
Incident clear, green flag.
Oh, that's Costa! Well, the top 10 is suddenly within 4.5 seconds.
Okay, Michael, the next car is Costa.
The last third of this race might be very interesting yet. Jesus Huerta, fastest lap. Not really a surprise. He is.
We think that
Call him,
Edwards has spun off.
Call him Motorsports Jesus, Messiah for a reason there on the commentary. May
Green
or may
flag,
not
sector
annoy
2.
his. May honestly annoy him.
The gap to Costa
It's kind of
is
blasphemy.
increasing. It's now 1.6.
But he is ridiculously fast.
There's a faster car approaching.
What is going on with this lap? I'm just not getting any speed in,
Blue
although
flag.
I am closing. 5 minutes left in the pit window. I don't think it's anyone else. Was that?
Car right. Clear right.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, Costa got very close to Max there. I have no idea what was up with this lap. 1.3 seconds off. It's going to be like a 36 something, isn't it? Or, well, 35. No, 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 no. Drag that bitch to the end. Martin's talking about quitting. He said his car's fucked. Pits. No, apparently he fucked up his. Apparently he fucked up his fuel. That's why he was in so early. Oh, Costa is showing all kinds of not so great
Still there.
body language there.
Clear left.
Well done, mate. That was great.
Not really. I think I just overtook a stricken car. Into the top 10 I go. And, you know, after all that saying, I was pretty sure I could get Vega. I said that back when I was 8 seconds behind him. He's still 5 up. He's been doing a great job.
The gap to Costa behind is increasing. It's now 0.8.
Looks like Martin's going to continue. I would have been kind of annoyed with him if he had stopped. I think you always hold out hope. In general, although I always forget what
Pit window closing in 2 minutes.
I think it's so high that I think even a top 10 doesn't guarantee you points, which is a bit weird. Costa's still keeping with me, by the way. I don't know what's up with his car. He was falling to the side on Lake Holmes as if he had a steering problem. You know, he'd been knocked off center, but he's still doing an okay job. So I don't know what's up. 35.6 for Vega.
Okay, Michael, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 10th position.
How are we doing on the Barker? Still catching them, but that gap has dropped from 36 to 34 seconds. But
pit window closing in 1 minute.
I don't think he's realistically in play. It's all about, in my race anyways, me and Vic Vega has Jesus Huerta goes faster still. Alright, so I think there is something wrong with Costa's car then, because he is dropping like
You're
a bit of
reeling
a
this
log
car in.
right now.
The gap's now 3.4.
It's not terrible, but looks like he made another mistake.
Okay, Michael, pit window's closed.
Damn, he is. Don't care.
Green flag sector 3.
I don't care about the pit window because I already
There's a faster class car behind.
have used the pits twice technically. It is disappointing because that's. I mean, I guess that drive-through penalty really not meaning a lot right now. I don't think I'd be up with Barker if I had not taken
Blue
it.
flag.
I think what cost me as far as Barker's concerned is how bad my lap one was aside from that.
On your left. Clear left.
To let Roman Barthez do his thing. Although that is, it's got to be actually about the worst place to clear a blue flag because one, it costs you time, but two, it's also kind of risky because of the braking difference into the bus stop. I much prefer to obviously get it done here or on the Camel straight obviously, but
That lap was a 2:34.71.
even through something like Stavlo would be better. Right. Last lap was a 34.7. I didn't catch what Vega did, but presumably it was slower. Yep, to Barker still also closing.
Alright, Michael, you're gaining on this car. The gap is 2.8 seconds.
Still not sure what's up with Ricardo Costa. Something is up with that car. I just don't know what it is.
Don't think about the lap time.
Feels like it's
Just
not
hit each and every
necessarily going
apex. That's
slow.
20 minutes to go.
As he's just making a lot of mistakes because the gap is really kind of the gap's not like, so when someone's car is just stricken and it's going slow,
Sector 3 is yellow.
you'd see the time kind of grow at a predictable rate. It's not really doing
Sector
that.
3 is clear.
It's kind of jumping up like a second here and there, and then staying kind of like he's catching up to me through the third sector here again, or through the second sector. So I don't think his car is stricken. I think it's just probably the steering's at the wrong angle, and when he forgets to compensate for it is when he's having problems. Vega, by the way, having a good lap, has stretched it out to about 4 seconds this time. Thinking about what's wrong with Costa a little too much and losing ground to Victor Vega. Just legal through Blanchimont. Into the bus stop. Chicane. Lost a little time to myself, but gained a little time on him. So it looks like that Merc is not great through the bus stop. Gap still closing to Barker, but it's at a rate of less than a second a lap. So his car is not feeling great right now, but it's still doing okay.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 2.9.
It's made it like a second. Ah! I hadn't cut it in a while.
Michael, we've gone out of track limits.
I'd actually managed to get through Eau
You need to
Rouge
slow down a
clean.
bit if you don't want a penalty.
Slow down penalty, yeah. I do like that they've... The slowdowns in this game used to be really bad. Because they were like enforced pretty much immediately. Now at least it's like, okay, you just got to extend your braking zone a bit. Like, they were borderline kind of dangerous before. Now they're not. As some dust gets kicked up from Vega. Gap is down to 2.3. My butt and back are kind of done. The sciatica kicking in. Bad run through Pouillon. Lost a fair bit of ground there. Let's make up for it through here. Do a little bit. Still plenty of time. It's predicting 7.5 laps. Just trying to get some pressure off of certain parts of my butt. That's why you see my Lower back wiggling. Maybe see it.
The gap in front is now 3.1.
Yeah. As he pulls away through the third sector. Again, the like Stavlo Blanchimont area has just not been a strong part of the car, so that could just be him being strong through there and me being weak. I don't necessarily know if it was mistakes or not. But he is weak through the bus stop. He did a 35.3.
10th position.
And I did a 34.7. So it was a good lap. Just like I said, he's got... Oh, come on.
Track limits. What the hell's wrong with you?
My ass is what's wrong with me. Really bad lap from Ricardo Costa. Everyone's incident
Okay,
count
Michael,
probably
come on, stay
quite
focused.
high.
Apexes and exits, apexes and exits.
In today's
15
race.
minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
This is the section that you usually make up ground on Vega through. No name, Pouillon. Defange. Although, except for this part here, that Merc has got so much.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow.
On the approach to Pouillon and to Blanchimont, Stavlo, and of course the Kemmel Straight, it is
Sector
great.
2 is clear.
Mistake there. Can't make
The gap
mistakes
in
there.
front is
That's a
now
spot. That's a good
2.8.
spot for this car. That's a sweet spot. A little bit wide at Stavlo again. Kind of a weird dichotomy between me and Vega right now, where he stretches out through Stavlo and through Blanchimont, but then I make up a big chunk of ground into the bus stop chicane. Put in a little too much fuel at the pit stop. Looks like the 15 liters might actually wind up being correct. Would have been a personal best lap if not for the fact that it was illegal. .34.3. Irmer coming up to us. Cost another kind of bad lap. I think his he's just kind of nursing it home at this point. Still about 40 seconds clear of Rick Martel.
Okay, Michael, there's a faster car approaching.
It's like your opinion, man. No, it really is. Where is that blue flag gonna come?
The gap in front is now 2.1.
He got very wide through Pouillon there.
Blue flag.
You're not gonna get through here. It's not a good spot, and you're a little too far behind. Probably Blanchimont. Next up. Yeah.
Car left.
I don't know
Clear
why.
left.
I don't know why he took the inside there. I was giving him the outside. Kind of made that slightly dangerous when it really just didn't have to be. And a bad choice by Vega there to brake as early as he did. I don't think he had to. Like he had to let Irmer through. I'm not disputing that. It's just I think he dropped more time than he had to. Within 30 seconds of Barker now.
The gap to Costa behind is increasing. It's now 19 seconds.
Again, I don't believe those lap times, because that suggests I only made up 3/10 on him, and that's not the case. I made up more than that.
Okay, Michael, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Koss is putting up remarkably consistent laps for a guy who I think is just dragging a bad car home. We finally get the dance we were denied at Hungaroring, Mr. Vega. Got 4 laps after this one, apparently to get this done. And unless I suddenly start taking about 5 seconds a lap out of John Barker, there's not anything. Actually, probably more like 6 seconds. Actually, there's not really anything to play for there, so I can afford to be reasonably patient with getting past Vic Vega here. There's a slight stick in my throttle pedal that I really need to dead zone out. You can see it sometimes when I'm in a braking zone. There's like just a hint of throttle going on. It's partially because my foot's a bit lazy, but that's also partially that it just kind of sticks a little bit. I've dialed in this rig pretty much as I can, but it still does feel like there isn't really a sitting position for me, which is pretty normal. I have like a pretty long and thick torso, right? And this means that I, for my height, have kind of short legs. Like, it's not freakish or anything, but it does make shopping for like pants hard and things like that. Or well, not so much pants, because but like suits tend to have to be tailored a fair bit to actually fit me. Is what I'm getting at. I'd like to be doing some 34s here instead of 35s, to be honest.
Okay, Michael, you're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 0.44.
He should be pulling away from me here down Lake Home. I don't want to force it. We'll follow him through. I still got 3 laps after this. Hopefully I don't regret resisting the torpedo urge. He is slow through here, though. That is for sure. You can see my my delta is getting murdered. Being, just close enough to Vega that he's affecting braking points and so on, because you don't want to hit him. Although he has lengthened that back to over a second there. And this is why following is such a hard skill to pick up, because you're to a degree constrained by the pace the guy is running. It's the old catching is one thing, passing is another. You see, I did a 14.9 there through the second sector. That is pretty bad. That might actually be my worst clean second sector. But back within a half second. Bus stop is probably the perfect spot. He's pretty weak through there. I'm going to cut the track just to avoid any problems there.
The gap in front is now 0.15.
I do not want to go side by side through Eau Rouge. That would be kind of desperate. Alright.
5 minutes remaining.
This
5
done.
minutes left. Alright, Michael, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make
This
a
is the
mistake.
lap. I think. I think the opportunity is going to come at bus stop. Because there's not really any great overtakes spots after Rivage here. Like
Yellow flag sector 3.
I'm not gonna overtake at Pouillon. I'm not really gonna overtake it in the La Frange section.
Green flag sector 3.
Stavlo, maybe. Same with Blanchiment, but in both cases, those are areas where I think the Mercedes is stronger. Although he did a very good job there through No Name and Pouillon of getting a bit of his cushion back. But here we are. Stavlo. I imagine probably being recorded right now. 6/10. Heading to the bus stop. Will it be this time? It pains me to left off that much through Blanchiment. It really does. Oh, if I had not...
The car behind's a faster class.
If I had not made some mistakes, my prediction would have been Nostradamus worthy.
Blue flag, yellow flag in sector 3. Sector 3 is clear.
Long shifted that there.
Keep searching, you'll find a gap.
Yeah, we'll get there, we'll get there. As I get another slowdown.
You'll need to give back the time gained.
So this is kind of weird. I might get ahead of him at Lake Home, but I'm going to have to serve a slowdown.
On your right. Hold your line, clear right.
Oh, he made a hash of that.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
I feel like that is kind of a stewarding moment there, actually. If there was a live steward. Poor Mauricio is stuck behind this. But we can't resist him on the run down to Pouillon.
Clear left.
Blue flag.
Oh, Vega almost turned very into him there. We got Huerta. He's a GT3 or GT4. He's not going to necessarily catch us at the the same rate that the twos do. Obviously, he is our class, albeit a much faster one. Come on, Vega! Making some mistakes at some very awkward spots here. Well, Shimon.
Left side. Clear left, on your right. Hold your line.
It's him. Someone hit me.
Right.
I think it was.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I think it was Vega that contacted me. Not that he'd get a penalty for it, but he was on my outside, which I think clears me of wrongdoing because I didn't wash him off the track. He tried to turn in on me.
P9.
And we got poor Jesus still trying to get through here. I don't feel terribly bad about this because Jesus is way ahead of everyone else. Like, if he was battling for a win, I'd feel bad about this, but...
Car right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Really did not work out to my favor. And he overtakes Huerta. Oh.
Left side. Still there.
I really
Clear
need
left.
that to be enough. Ariel Zatoni out. Come on, Jesus. Find a way through. I really need... I feel like I have Vega, if not for the blue flag scenario. Because he got back in front of me because I couldn't defend because of where Jesus was. Now I could also look for reporting this for blue flags violations for Vega, but I don't think we're doing point penalties, not time penalties, so that doesn't help me. Checkered flag out. All right, it's gonna be bus stop or nothing, I think. There's like, I guess, the outside chance of less horse. Oh, I ran out of time. Damn it, Jesus. Fuck. I'm a little angry about that. I feel like the blue flag kind of fucked me over there because at Lake Home. So we had me here. We had Jesus coming down the inside. That meant that he could just follow Jesus. And there was nothing I could do about it because I can't turn in on the blue flag car. But Vega did. So I don't know, if this was time penalties, I would really like if I could get a time penalty on Vega, but I don't know. There's no real stewarding rectification when it's just points penalties. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Alright. Well, that's it for today. I got some fights to go watch. Also, I think the game almost crashed there. I hope you enjoyed. That was tense at the end. It was really good at the end. I'm just kind of annoyed by the end result and how a blue flag kind of screwed it all up for me.